Hello and welcome to the Tools for Motherhood activity series. Hello, my name is Dr. Mary Duncan, and in the video that we have for today, it's going to be a pre-writing activity that is geared towards strengthening the body for writing. The age group that this will focus on is ages 2 through 5. Let's go ahead and get started. To begin with, the goal of this activity is to strengthen the body for the task of writing once in school. So the key things that we will be focusing on is Play-Doh, the fine motor and the finger strengthening, as well as coordination. And also we're going to talk a little bit about the creativity that they can develop by using some different tools. Okay, so the recipe for this cooked Play-Doh, you're going to start off in a saucepan on the stove. You will add 1 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, and food coloring. And I'm guessing probably 10 to 15 of one particular color. For example, if it's, let's say that it is in the fall, in October, and you want to create an orange, in that case, you're going to do probably 3 or 4 drops of red, and then probably 6 to 8 drops of yellow, and then that will create your orange. From there, once it starts getting warm, you're going to add in 1 cup of flour, 1/2 of a cup of salt, and 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar. Now you're going to mix that well and you're going to cook that over medium heat approximately 3 minutes. You'll remove that from the heat and usually what I do is I will put it on a towel, then I'll put wax paper on top of that or even a metal cookie sheet. Kind of scrape it out of the saucepan and put it on, let's just say a cookie sheet. From there, you might want to use hot pads because it is going to be warm for you. And then what I also do with the hot pads, I put those inside of baggies. And then I push and knead because some parts are going to be a little drier and crusty, and you want to kind of knead all that together so it has a smooth consistency. And then after you're done playing with it, you'll just keep it in one of those Ziploc bags. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the activity. Oh, there's so many things that you can do with your young child with Play-Doh, whether it's store-bought or even homemade Play-Doh. It provides that fun sensory experience, which is great for actually motor development, finger strength, and also that eye-hand coordination. And like I said, it brings in a creative expression as they start to put different colors together or different shapes together. So to begin with, you can begin first of all by just giving the child just Play-Doh by itself, and maybe the first time that they play it, don't add in any additional tools. Just kind of enjoy the warm experience of the Play-Doh, and especially on a cold day, it's so much fun to have that Play-Doh to play with and look forward to with different colors. All right, so before the tools are introduced, make sure that your child understands about how to roll the Play-Doh into those long ropes. These are also known as worms or snakes, and these ropes can be formed into letters. You can make numbers out of them. You can make different shapes. And the act of this rope forming is it's a real good way of strengthening the palms of the hands as well as the wrists as they're moving them back and forth, making these long ropes. Interestingly enough, this also strengthens the finger, the hand, and the wrist, along with the arm, shoulder, neck, upper body, and torso in general. So Play-Doh, it has a wonderful, just fine motor development skill that it helps to enhance. Okay, so besides the ropes that you can create or the worms and snakes, you can make tiny little balls. And to make these balls, you can use your thumb and the index finger, and sometimes that middle finger can help to extend to get that little piece of Play-Doh into a round circular ball. Again, this activity helps strengthen and coordinates the fingers and the entire hand, and it encourages what's called a pincher grasp. And the pincher grasp is what is used to hold the pencil. So this really helps to strengthen those hand muscles and gets them ready for school. So later now, after you've played the Play-Doh, you've done your ropes and snakes and balls and your little eyes that you put on faces and various things. Now to add a little bit more to the experience, you could offer in perhaps a rolling pin. Now they have child-sized rolling pins, or you can use your big one. You can also use cookie cutters. There's also cutters for letters or numbers and little animals. There's also dough stamps that you can use for, again, letters and numbers. You can also use a pair of scissors that can cut those long ropes, and it gives that experience of learning to push the finger and thumb together to do the cutting motion. So just find you could also use something like a white plastic knife. Again, you would be monitoring and helping your child with this and probably role modeling for them how they can if they're are needing some type of um, help with figuring out how to do different things with it. So look in their toy box also, and another opportunity. Again, you can find old tangram pieces that can make impressions into the Play-Doh. You can also use shells or rocks. You can use spools. How about bottle caps? Any of those things could be used to extend the play. Thanks so much for watching. If you would like more ideas, please check out our toolsformotherhood.com website. Happy learning!